Alrighty, peace, love, and blessings, everyone. Hope you're doing well, and welcome back to another stream where you can't even see me. There we go. Right, so we've got two more battles before Brawley. Now, yeah, this one's really annoying because we actually planned out the line with Gallade, and obviously realized we can't actually get Gallade until Falador, which I guess basically means split 4. You know it's good if, like, again, the Pokemon is getting delayed that much, you know what I mean? So, the issue with this one is that this thing is like circle throw to force you to switch out. It's got a U-turn. Can't even intimidate it because it's got Define and Adrenaline Orb. So intimidating it is an absolutely terrible idea. Or any sort of stat drop, especially. And Gallade was the only one who I could see a one-hit KO on this thing. Even Greninja, with Protean Extrasensory is not a one-shot, and Circle Throw if it crits will take me out. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, yeah, its special defense is much lower, so if we're gonna target something, it should really be its special defense. But we'd need a Psychic or a Flying move. Or a Fairy move, maybe Rabombi. It's not enough. It's not enough. Although all of his moves, Rabombi actually resists. So I think we go Rabombi, but problem is it could still circle through me. So I probably want to lead with Stun Spore on it. It might circle through to get me out. At least this way I'm not dealing with constant circle throws. And it's very important I avoid, because I'm not going to one-shot it with Gallade anymore. I just have to check. Yeah, I've got 2 Intimidated. I was actually, and well, yeah, for Luxury and Manectric, because I need both of them to be intimidating on the Toxic Rook. Alright, I mean, that's one line calculated. I mean, one, excuse me, potential alternative. Hmm. So it's looking like Bombi's the only alternative here. Could go for a sleep helmet strategy, I guess. Yeah, I think it seems to be a pattern that Rabombi's gonna have to basically replace Gallade in these matchups. I do wonder if maybe I just Dazzling Gleam instead of using Sunspore. Yeah, because I could go Kingswalk and just try and flinch with Dazzling Gleam instead. That's an idea. Let's see what the others are supposed to have. This isn't an easy fight at all. The muscle band is good though. The only thing is that because I don't believe the muscle band is freed up. And I think I actually wanted the muscle band on someone else. You also need a berry juice. Supposed to have Salazzle here instead. Wait, is this a Greninja? Hold on. Yeah, and I need all the lead right as well, actually. Tango. I also need Electric actually. I'm gonna have to level up Electric. Am I supposed to have Blossom? No, sorry, I'm not supposed to have Blossom. Yeah. So soon need to level up Electric. Special attack. No, not very charge, but we are going for Psychic. So let me check quickly. So it's Toxic Rock and Luxury. So Psychic kinds guaranteed knockout. It's Electric, I think this is one. Oops, sorry, one second. think the muscle band. I'm gonna say that's worth it to give the muscle band because it takes the KO chance of being. What's it without the muscle band? Yeah, that's 50% chance to one shot. I might need that. So here's the muscle band instead. You're gonna have berry juice. You're gonna have big root, actually. And you're going to have bright powder. Let me see, is it definitely a berry juice with Swazzle? Yeah, it is. Alright, it's going to be a tough one, but let's give it a shot. I think we're ready to go. I'm just thinking, is there any hidden power type that would help me right now? In any of these matchups? I mean, who would even teach hidden power to here? Maybe I'll believe you are. No, I think we're good. Alright, this is going to be a tough battle. Guy, yeah? Yeah, Black Belt Christian. Alright, let's do it. Right. To stun small or to dazzle gleam. Because we went for the King's Rock, we're gonna dazzling gleam. Okay, good damage. Do we get a flinch? No. He went for Earthquake. That's really good, actually. Because my biggest concern was... sorry. Okay, this is like one of the ones I'm most worried about. Because it's set up. Anytime Pokemon is set up, it's a big issue to worry about. So let's have a look, see first if it sees a KO. Probably doesn't. It does see a KO actually. It sees a KO with both Poison Jab and Cross Chop. Which... oh no, sorry. Just Poison Jab. The thing is, if I know for certain, can I go for Poison Jab? Then obviously I'd rather go into Nidoking. Now I can Scorching Sands. But to be fair, even if I Scorching Sands, it's not one shot. I think I'd much rather go and follow the original plan which is going to Luxray and Intimidate. Yeah, let's stick to the plan. We're going to Luxray, we're going for the Intimidate. It goes for, should Poison Jab here. Okay. Didn't crit, but did get the poison, that's annoying. That's really, so that did 16, so I might as well count myself as being on 78, 62, might as well say I'm on 62 HP. Now obviously it's almost one attack as well. It shouldn't see a KO. Obviously if it crits, it's a different story. Now the thing is, even if I switch into Electric, if any of these are a crit, it's also 100% chance. Plus Electric doesn't have a guaranteed knockout. So I think we're sticking. Because I think Cross Chop has an actually increased crit chance. Yeah, it has a high crit ratio. It's also 95% accurate. So, and I do have Bright Powder. I mean, let's just think of the also. At the end of the day, we're in a bad position if it crits regardless, right? Because if, let's say it uses Cross Chop right now, and it crits, hey, I'm faster, but it'll just Sucker Punch and take me out. So I think we're going to stay in Psychic Fangs, don't crit. Excellent. Oh gosh. Yeah. These crits, these risks of crits. But yeah, Luxray did amazing. Has to tell it. Let's try and KO. Disconnected. I don't know when it disconnected. Hopefully you saw that it didn't crit me, which is really good. But yeah, Luxray is down for the count now. Can't go back into the fight. So, yes, Mimic you. We have a Nidoking lined up. And I think we probably just stick with that, to be honest. Okay, let's stick to the plan. The good thing is now we also have Manectric. Actually, I could have probably gone Manectric there to intimidate. That probably would have been pretty worth it as well. Okay, this thing has Destiny Bond. So the first thing we're going to do is break the disguise. Shadow Sneaks, okay. Now, here's where we really get into things. So, the disguise is broken, so it took an eighth of itself, right? It might Destiny Bond here. Now, a Poison Jab crit right? Now this is basically, if I click Poison Jab now, there's an 8% chance that I crit and it high rolls, and I knock it out and I die. If I Smart Strike, there's a 1% chance, 1.5% chance that I crit it and high roll and knock it out, and potentially die to Destiny Bond. All of this is obviously contingent on a Destiny Bond. Now it shouldn't see me have a kill with Destiny Bond. They shouldn't see that I can kill it at this range because it doesn't factor in crits, right? Now we also have to look at this. A Smart Strike low roll means potentially if Salazzle has to come in as a Flame Burst twice. If I was a Scorching Sands now, it's guaranteed to not KO even if it crit. And my Salazzle has to Flame Burst twice, right? But if I use Poison Jab, Salazzle has to Flame Burst once with a very low chance. I'm gonna have to max low roll. I should say minimum roll for the Poison Jab to not let Salazzle go for. To make Salazzle have to hit it twice. Now bear in mind with Salazzle, it takes like 30% from Mimikyu. Obviously this isn't factoring in any crits. I'm gonna Poison Jab. Okay, good. It didn't Destiny Bond. Very good. We didn't crit, so that's totally fine. Now it probably starts Destiny Bonding. Now obviously I'm slower. I can't do, obviously Nidoking does see a KO on it now. So I think the answer is always going to be switching to Salazzle here. Could also do Manectric. Manectric's faster as well. Actually, is Manectric faster? It's not. Never mind. Yeah, it's not. So Ribombee is faster actually. So that's also an option. How's Ribombee doing to this? Now that play rough hurts. So yeah, we're going to Salazzle. So that poison, it should be a one-shot Flame Burst. So we're going to Salazzle. We're expecting Destiny Bond. Yeah, piece of crap. Right. We're going to need to track this. So let's get a Destiny Bond count up. I wonder if I can like have something showing track it. You don't have to do temporarily. DB count. Right. So that's 1 out of 8. 1 out of 8 Destiny Bonds. So because it's Destiny Bonded, we can't attack it. Obviously Fake Out doesn't hit. I was also thinking, do I want a Toxic near the Lumberry? I think we just Fake Out. Doesn't affect it. Went for Shadow Sneak. And a crit, that's pretty annoying. Right, Destiny Bond's not up. Obviously, these Destiny Bonds just like. So the opponent knocks you out the unit. Until the user's next move, if the opposing Pokemon attack knocks the user out. But since it used Shadow Sneak, I could have actually attacked it that turn, but it's fine. So, I'm faster. It hasn't Destiny bonded. So Shadow sneaks again. Okay, it's fine. Alright, cool. I guess because I'm faster, that's why I didn't bother trying to Destiny bond anymore. Okay, good. Good, because I didn't want to have to play that Destiny bond game, honestly. So, Slazzle gets a KO. And we can change this back to 0 deaths, which I'm really trying to keep it at 0. Right. So with crafting, we're gonna go into our believer. Now we do have Rabombi as a backup for Fairy Moves here, which is great. But if it, I think it's Stone, Rock Tomb or Stone Edge, I think. Yeah, Rock Tomb. If a Rock Tomb with Rabombi would have been awful. God. The crits, but you know what? I'd rather the crits happen now, because right now, crits happening now doesn't impact me too much. I'm gonna Draining Kiss, because we have priority thanks to Triage. Got my health back, and probably power up punches, which is fine. We were more worried about it power up punching when I switched in, and it already being plus attack. Drain Kiss again. Smite kick, Smite good KO. Okay, nice and simple. Nice and simple. Could have ended up being a lot more complicated. Overpowered this. You're the one with a set of move and sword stance. Madness. Okay, that was good. That went pretty well. So, finally, right, we hadn't really finished prepping what is next. So let's just save just in case. Yeah, we hadn't prepped this one. So let's switch on over. So, obviously, we're thinking about Glade, that's obviously not an option. So, pretty sure Greninja, extra sensory, even with Protean, doesn't take it out. Let's see what we got. Alright, let me show you the next one here so you can see what I'm looking at. Alright, so this is going to be quite a bit more challenging, especially because I've got Glade. So normally it doesn't even come close to one shot here. So I think for this, let me put away the type and the stats because I know about. I want to just quickly flick through and see if it's got a decent matchup, doesn't it? Absolutely destroyed. These ones been leveled up for me. Yeah, what's one of them now? Yeah, defensively wise, okay, fine. Oh, that would be, that would have been sick. If I could have baited it into using a water ball. I suppose this is where technically, oh my god, what? Well, anyway. Even if I do go him into water, still kind of an issue after. Yeah, I mean, I am faster, but I'd have to hit 5 times to get the KO. 4 hits with bullet seed is not. So yeah, I don't know about that. Blossom. Keep the dragons, maybe. And with Blizzard. That's maybe an option. Because I'm slower as well, so I'll heal up the damage. Might be Blossom. So he's gonna get -1 special attack as well, which is gonna make him definitely want dynamic punch. Which dynamic punch, that's an inaccurate move that confuses you, right? Yeah. So it might not even hit me. And even if the blunder policy goes off, it was faster anyway, so that's, yeah, looking like it might be Blossom. Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry. Okay. Strategizing. So I think we're pretty much certain on basically no one's got a good... Oh god, I had the -1 on there the whole time. Because I was going to say, oh, Luxray is pretty good, it's intimidating, but no. Actually, I think it was... no, Blossom. Yeah, I think Blossom's probably the best answer to this. Zack and Giga Drain. Right, let's start building up the line first. Right, so we're leading Blossom. We're going to Giga Drain. So worst case scenario, I guess Blizzard. I'm not gonna factor in a crit because if I factor in every hit crit, I'll probably never get through any of these battles. So. 52%, and is there a low roll? So Holly would be on 47%. Of course, it's a 2-hit KO. Blossom 22, so 78%. And then obviously the second now I'm not going to restore as much health, so let's say it does it again, 52, puts me at 23, and then I keep doing. Now obviously in all these scenarios, I could go for a sleep powder, but obviously you see that the sleep powder is not even guaranteed to give me the extra turns, you know? I'd rather just Giga Drain twice. Yeah, there's a chance that if I sleep powder, I'm going to take one hit and then it stays asleep the rest of the turns. I might Giga Drain. But if the sleep powder misses, I just lose. So, yeah, I'm not going for that. And then turn 2, we get a Giga Drain as well. It's not really responding. There we go. So we Giga Drain. So again we're taking 52 and probably healing a little bit less this time. So I'd go down to 52. We'll go down to 26. Let's say I go back to 50% off. I think that's with the... oh, that's not even with the -1 special. So, my bad. Probably dynamic punches instead. Oh, I need a Prison Berry then. I do not want to get confused. Just gonna make that... Prison Berry. Okay, then let's just work on 50%. Put triple axle. You're very good into more effect as well, actually. Okay, so it's probably Tauros with Raging Bull, but it could also be Lopunny. So with Lopunny we've got Relicant to yawn, dive, and that will eject back out. Blossom also actually does really well into the Morpeko. So I'd actually like to try and keep it healthy to come back in against Morpeko if possible. Arboliva does pretty well as well actually, and I get Prior as well on the Training Kiss. So actually yeah, let's have Arboliva. Who's going up against Medchamp? So it's got quite a variety of moves. Greninja definitely not. The problem is I have to switch in as well, and in the process of switching, I guess if I became a pure water type, Brick Break wouldn't do as much. Maybe. Definitely still Swan in there. King was okay to get hit off. Oh, really rich. In that random spot. Tangrove's good actually. I'll try and put it to sleep and Giga Drain it. This is Medchamp, we have Tangrove. And we would... let's fake out Sanka. Yeah, nothing that's like crazy good. But we also have Blossom again as a good answer as well. Everyone else is showing to be quite vulnerable to damage, so yeah, that's probably that. And then I see we've got Greninja, Kingler, and Swanna. Let's back up, so we go for Blossom, Arboliva, Relicant, and two of them. Two of Greninja, Kingler, or Swanna. I mean, let's have a look, so the matchup against Tauros. So below kick is obviously very bad. Yeah, Kingler does take you a moment. And finally... say Swanna. It does resist all the moves and gets scalded, which is quite nice. Leave Greninja out for this fight. So we want Blossom back in. We also want Tangrove back in. And we want King as well. dice. I don't think anyone has multi-hit moves here. So, you need a prison berry. Specifically to deal with dynamic punch. Time growth, I think it's just berry juice here. Might be citrus, I think you need a bit more health. Kingler will be on berry juice, that's fine. Swanna. I feel like a more offensive item might do you better. King's Rock. Cool. So I'm just going for berry juice, I think. Might as well get used to all these now. Alright, we're going for it. Alright, here we go. Now we're just going for double damage and miss, that's great. Blunder Posey does proc, but that was already slower than it anyway, so I don't really care. Again, it did land it this time. Okay, we have a berry for this. Just happy it didn't land it twice, so. So my health won't be as high as I would like to. Okay. What's the expected pick? Now it's for sure it's gonna go for Raging Bull. So I have choice between really couldn't even go Redicants, but it would just low kick coming off them. Excuse me. Even though I do take the Raging Bull very well. It does probably bait out the low kick though, which allows Swanna to come in on a slightly less amount of damage. Or if I choose to go Kingler, I think with Swanna I'd need to Tailwind first really. Tailwinds it can help others, it could do, to be honest. Just becomes a case of King or Sword. So let's look at this. If I go into Swanna, I Tailwind. I'm going to take the Raging Bull, then I'm going to Tailwind. I'm going to take Lash Out. Then I Scald. I'm going to take a Lash Out. Whereas with Kingler, take Raging Bull, Razor Shell, take another hit. No, just Aqua Jet. Yeah, I think Kingler's a better idea. As nice as it would be to get the Tailwind up, I think it's worth it. Kingler can't be crit. chill. Berry juice proc. Nice. Also defense drop, so definitely go back on Joe. Down. I mean, it's fine, you can't do that twice. I mean, yes, now he gets the berry proc. KOs. So we got one King Lizard Lord, which is cool. Alright, who comes up next? Probably Low Pony? Yeah. So Low Pony is going to see a knockout with Retaliate. Because Retaliate does is 140 this turn. I'm currently at 61 HP. So it just barely sees a kill, a potential kill with Retaliate. So we're gonna go with the original strat again, which is we could just protect. There's actually no harm in protecting, except that we waste the bonus damage of Retaliate, and if a high jump kicks, I think it gets messed up too. Yeah. So we waste the Retaliate, and then we're going to switch into Relicanth. Yawn. And we dive. Not to worry about crit. So it should now fall asleep. And it's obviously gonna use up one turn. That's gonna force it to switch out. Just fine. Sleep counter doesn't reset upon switching out though, so it has already used up one turn of sleep, unfortunately. Still is helpful, there's a chance that whoever comes in next on it might still be asleep. Now for this Morpeko, it's obviously going to want to go for one Relicanth Warwheel, surely. No, he's killed any move actually. So Blossom and Arboliva both do well here, but I think we're going to switch into Blossom because health's not too bad and we get the Illuminate. Oh yeah, Orwell's a dark move when it's angry, isn't it? I forgot it switches between electric and dark. Okay, that was a big misplay on my part because I was looking at the calc ready for the electric type. A dark move. Why is it not changing? Let me change Orwell to the dark version. Just strange, other moves. Doesn't look like there's a... Well, anyway, now it's an electric move again. Obviously can't stay on velocity. So I think now is a good time to switch into Unbeliever. It won't take too much damage, but that dark aura wheel is gonna hurt next turn. There's not really much I can do about it, is there? I mean, let's think. Taurus is now I've got Tangrowth, so we need to keep Tangrowth healthy to do with Medicham. Versus Lopunny. I guess we've got Swan around. Kingler. So yeah, we have to switch to Unbeliever. Probably all wheeling again now. So this time should be electric. I did resist, but jeez. I'm very worried about how much this dark type one is going to hit. I'll be real with you. I don't really have any other choice. Okay. I'm not making contact, right? Oh crap. I made contact. Again, I don't have much of another option here. This is super effective, will give me a good health. The best move is still Aura Wheel. At least it's obstructing on when the Aura Wheel is a dark move, because otherwise I'd be screwed. Gosh. Obstruct only has one PP. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. Right, I'm -1 defense, you have to remember that. So, really, this is just potentially getting a free switch. Potentially, this could still wake up. Oh, I see. Okay. Let's have a look. Yeah, to be honest, I don't really need to see type at all, so I can save some space on the page. Except for Grid Injury. Grid Injury you need type because you have to switch it up. Right, it doesn't have the eject button anymore. And the good thing is it has already taken some damage, right? So at -1 defense, it's easy KO with any move. Yeah, it could go for Retaliate, High Jump, Kick, or Triple Axel. I have no idea what move it's going to go for. All of them have a chance of KO me. Relicanth is at what health? I mean, there's no doubt we're switching. If we didn't have -1 defense, we possibly could have stayed here. But yeah. Retaliate would be really bad. Really can't. If it high jump kicks, what's your health now? 41. I think high jump kick would not kill him. What's the accuracy on high jump kick? 95. Okay, I think it's normally lower, but anyway. It's probably not missing out. How does Kingler take it? He's on 61. I mean, if this retaliate is pretty bad. The thing is, technically, it should actually go for high jump kick or triple axel, because they actually do more damage than retaliate this turn. I mean, I can't be crit. Retaliate would be bad. I'd also like to be able to come in and should just go into Swanna. Let's just go into Swanna. I mean, worst case scenario, the crit retaliate kills it. That'd be pretty bad. But I have those berry juices. Oh, I have no god though. Ooh. I have King's Rock? Yeah, so the high jump kick is guaranteed low, but it was only 5 accuracy drop anyway. Swanna should have probably had a berry juice. Oh, it's still asleep. Excellent. Okay. Well, that stops the retaliate being boosted. Now, you want coming off clutch. So I think we should actually tailwind first. I guess if I'd scolded there, Kingdom might have had a better chance. So I know it's going to return. Actually, let me check my health and see if it randomly decides I need to do something else instead. No. And to be honest, even return, it'd have to max high roll. So I'm just thinking, based on what his health probably is at, if I was to scold it, it does allow Kingler to come in next turn and guaranteed KO with Razor Shot. I think we're gonna have to just try it. Burn would be amazing. Unknown high roll. Oof. Ah. I'm low health, it could do anything, but Kingler survives anything anyway. It was only the boosted retaliate that was really the issue. With Tailwind up, I'm faster, right? Okay, cool. Now I just think Tailwind's an up 4, so the turn I used it, scalded, I switch. I should get it for at least 1 move. I think Tailwind pees out here. Okay. 2 tracks and kills. Okay, so this is the last Pokemon. I've got Tangro for this. But the first thing we're going to do is protect the way to the fake out. Oh, we're just going for Psycho Cut. That's fake out, right? Yeah, it is. I just wanted to Psycho Cut. I guess because it's faster. So obviously we're switching to Cyber Cup, which unfortunately I think does have boosted accuracy. Great. I think we have to try and sleep hold in here. Unbeliever. What is Unbeliever? This is defense on a reset now. 103. So if we can ever bring it in on not a brick break, there's some potential though. But I'd have to see some real dancing around for that. Alright, we brought Tangrowth exactly for this. Brick break, okay. Because we know it's just going forever if it feels like it. We need to land this sleep out there, honestly. We might lose if we don't land it. Come on. You miss. No, why would you miss? Why would you miss that? To land it this time. Okay, good. And I needed to stay asleep more than one turn to make up the fact that I missed. So I'm gonna Giga Drain. So that's guaranteed. I think Tangrowth. Yeah. Oh, there goes the Deathless. I guess if I had Giga Drained, might have had a better chance. Yeah. Sorry, that's fine. First death of the one. That's the thing about relying on sleep power. That's really annoying. Anyway, we need to make sure we're not getting any more casualties here now. I think All Believer is the best bet. 2 draining kits. But that Brick Break might one-shot me. And not to mention, I will fully heal off the draining kits. But then again, I mean, who else really is an option? No one else can come in right now. So we draining kiss. Okay, nice. Go full health. Just don't high roll, don't crit. Right, the only one who's... So I think we can just go into Kingler and Aquajet. Losing... I'll believe it there is really is. I think the more annoying thing is that if I Giga Drain twice instead of trying to sleep powder. Anyway, it's done. Just looking at his health, trying to figure out if jet is actually better. It's got 90 speed, Applejet 25%. Sauna, Scald does more damage. And faster. Pretty sure everybody else is slower. So Swan is actually the best answer then. Alright, well... 2 deaths, that's really tough. All of them asleep, all of this. Because I basically lost a turn because sleep out missed the first time. And then when I did land it, I only stayed asleep for 1 turn. So, yeah, if I'd Giga Drained, Tangrowth would have still gone down, because the whole point of sleep powdering was to gain a turn. If I'd gained a turn, Tangrowth could have survived. But unfortunately I went for the riskier play to try and go deathless, and I lost Arbaleaver as well because of that, which is very unfortunate. You know, triage, draining kits, and the helping hand and stuff wasn't really good, but that's okay. It's okay. Still trying to get through this. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.